Welcome, Internet, my lovely, lovely peoples. We are going to be here in the TQ finals of the TQ Open number 15. We're going to be watching tQState, the Protoss in the bottom left, who does very cool F1 splits, going up against tQSungpa, the Terran, in the top right. This was a loser's pick map. Sungpa did win, so this was State's choice. I'm tQXander, and along with me, as always in TQ Open, is the lovely, lovely
TQ Atticus, and again, I'm glad to be here. Last game was really good. We got to see what I thought was going to be a little bit more of a macro-oriented game, as we were on one of the new GSL maps, but Sungpa just proving again that you can still expand early as a Terran and floor people with early aggression.
Yeah, definitely.
That attack came at like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was a very well-timed attack, and State had seen the expansion and tried to get up his economy and play for the late game, but his expansion was just too late. Sungpa's was just too strong, and Sungpa's economy was great. And really, I noticed there's also a very distinct lack of beefy units from tQState. I think that was definitely a huge aspect to why he lost that from that push, was that he only had gateway units and a late immortal, and that was it.
Yeah, there's just one immortal and a handful of zealots.
Yeah, and now, right now Sungpa and State are just running around with their probes / SCVs, and Sungpa, I think, is actually retreating with his. Why is he? Okay, he's just patrolling with his SCV. I don't know what he's doing with it, but whatever.
He was, I think he was attempting to see if that probe was going to do some little cutesy play at the ramp, but it does go to leave and scout.
Yeah. Oh, no, I know what Sungpa was doing. He was trying to make it seem like his SCV was leaving instead of going back into the ramp or base to hide. But never mind, Sungpa is doing something. Forget I said anything and just watch the fact that State almost is about to kill off an SCV.
Well, you were correct on that. Oh yeah, I do see that SCV in the red. You were correct because he did in fact hide his scouting SCV, but is bringing it back now.
Yeah. So weirdly interesting stuff. And interestingly enough, State's pulling back his probe now instead of in the next 20 seconds. I guess he really wants to make sure that State's alive and not watch to see and wait for the Marine. Like, generally I like to keep that probe in there as long as possible to try and dance around, and then once I see the barracks has been blinking for a little bit, then I retreat, and generally it's as the Marine pops out, which means my probe can still escape.
I do something similar as Zerg against Terrans. Typically if you do 13 scout with a drone, you can catch the SCV making the first barracks, and sometimes it kind of forces them actually to pull an SCV, because if they don't, or if they don't cancel building the barracks, then the SCV will go down, and you can still get it out in time before the first Marine pops out.
Very nice. So we do have 2 Marines being produced, and then a tech lab from Sungpa. So we're going to see how this is going to go, and right now State's running around. He did go for the Zealot before the Sentry. He's going for a Sentry before a Stalker, and he's going for a very fast Robo. So he's looking to try and fix what happened last game, get his beefier units faster, and just try to be able to stay alive as Sungpa tries to do another timing bush with bio units.
Yeah, now you're a much more experienced Protoss player than I, as I am a Zerg player. What kind of composition do you think State is aiming here for with a 1-gate Robo?
It depends what he's going to scout. I'm guessing he's going to plop down at the very least 1 more gateway very soon. And
I think you're right about that.
Yep. There's that gateway. Just goes down right now. He's gonna pump out an observer most likely first. Try and get a scout. See if he can get away with an expansion. He probably won't once he sees that there's no expansion from Sungpa. And then either go for Immortals or Colossi. Both are definitely viable. Right now he's going for just 2 gates, which means I don't think he's gonna want to be too aggressive and might want an expansion. That's generally what my thinking would be in this situation.
And I think you've got a right call on Sungpa, as he's getting his 3rd barracks up and produces a first Marauder, gets concussive shell up, begins researching Stim, and there's a Reaper on the way.
And by the way, forget everything I said, a Stargate just got put down.
Maybe hoping to utilize the new Phoenix build change time?
I don't know, because both Phoenixes and Void Rays would be a possibility. I don't know if he wants to get 1 Void Ray and then push with an Immortal and Void Ray. It would look kind of like a PvZ kind of build, but yeah, look, he's got an Immortal right now. He just started chrono boosting it. At 620.
The observer going to Sungpa's base did not catch the Reaper.
Yeah, and just know I'm at 632, just to make sure we're on the right times.
Okay.
Alright, and so State is doing a good job with marking up with a few gateway units, but he really wants the damage dealers Let's see what he pops out of the Stargate. If it's going to be a Phoenix or a Void Ray. I kind of expect a Void Ray, just because he seems to try and going for mass DPS. But now,
and here comes the Reaper.
Is it gonna? Oh, it's gonna get right up into the main. Oh yeah, it's gonna see everything, and this Immortal is gonna. Oh god, it's gonna get a full-on scout. And we have another Immortal being Chrono boosted out. Nothing from the Stargate quite yet, but this Reaper's gonna get a few kills. Like there it is, 2 kills now. It's gonna try and get a hit with the. Oh, the Immortal is chasing after the Reaper. That's kind of amusing. That's not something you generally see, but it's gonna fall. No, the Reaper's actually gonna survive with its life.
It's got to be a tough little guy to take a full-on shot from the Immortal.
Yep, and nothing can be produced from the Stargate. He doesn't have enough for a Void Ray if he decides, nope, he's not going to. So he's got a Stargate, but he's not using it. Interesting build. The whole get a Stargate but don't use it thing. But
it's a feint that works especially well when your opponent does not see it at all.
Definitely intricate play beyond my level.
The mind levels, the mind games here, so high level.
Yeah, but now, ooh, Sungpa's got ghosts, or he's gonna be able to get ghosts because he got Ghost Academy. Cause yeah, he does have a ghost out. He might want to push once he gets EMP. That would definitely be a smart idea against these Immortals. But Stargate is there, and it does have a rally point set back to up here, right next to the gold, the upper gold. But I want to note that State is doing a great job of moving around with his observer, keeping it so that he's being able to scout as much as possible. Knows that Sungpa has no intention on expanding. We have a robotics bay coming out, so really State is going for interesting tech. He's just trying to tech up on one base and waiting to. Oh, whoa! Look, that was really bad by Sungpa. He just EMP'd trying to get the observer, and it just did not happen.
And now State dancing his observer around in victory.
Yeah, State laughing out saying it's Ninja Pro. Oh, I thought he was making it. Oh yeah, so there's the scan, and it's not dead. So State being good-natured, but look at this: 3 ghosts are out for Sungpa. That's actually incredibly powerful, and State does have his units spread out, but he's got him. These 2 EMPs could hit all the sentries as well as the Immortals. But there you go. Now he realizes what's going on. He's going to move them out more. He's got to get his Zealots up in front, but he's got to be careful with this whole spreading out thing, because these ghosts have EMP, and they can do so much damage against Protoss that it pains me. I'm going to speak in pauses.
Yep, and here comes Sungpa.
Death to Marines.
The Colossus is out. Here come the SCVs.
That Colossus might save State. With the proper micro, he could be okay. But oh my god, again, Sungpa with the SCVs, but good job with that. And oh, he's got to hit those Marines. He's going to do that with the. Oh, he's going to poke in with the Colossus and just damage everything in that, but it's not going to happen. There we go. And now. Oh, misplaced force field. Sungpa could force his way up, but there's the EMP getting both of the Immortals. Oh, he's got the Immortal again. He EMP'd the same Immortal twice. That is just exacerbating all the problems, but great force fields. Sungpa is losing a lot of his army. Is he still going to push up? That would be a little bit foolish.
Yeah, a perfect force field blocking off a huge chunk of Sungpa's army, and this is really not looking good. He's going to have one more chance for aggression.
Yeah, definitely. He has very few SCVs in the back. And now there is the Stim running up. Oh, State let him up. Oh, God, State, you can't let him up. But we do have 2 Colossi out. That's a lot of DPS. It's going to help him greatly. He's got to hit the Ghosts. Make sure the Ghosts die. They do die, but, oh, Sungpa might actually win with this. If he Marauders. Oh, God, never mind. Just 2 Colossi still alive. 13 kills, 16 kills, and GG.
Yep, there's the GG. Knowing that he's only on 1 base with 6 racks, he's not going to be able to continue supporting that and taps out.
Yeah, definitely. Very all-in on Sungpa's part, and very well done on State's part, knowing not to expo, not making use of the Stargate, still something that is slightly strange. However, the Colossi ended up working great. He didn't even go for the extended thermal lance. It was just straight up Colossi without any upgrades whatsoever, and it worked out very well for him. So we're going to move on to the next game now.